Hello guys! Welcome back to my vlog and I am Za and this is Za Canada channel. Salamat sa mga nag-subscribe lately at kung hindi pa, mag-subscribe na kayo. So anyway, we have a good news. Merong in-update ang Canada.ca with regard to low-wage LMIA. So ngayon, yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa episode na to. Ano nga ba ang LMIA at bakit nare-refuse ang ibang mga applications? So manood hanggang dulo. So once again, if you have watched my previous vlog, I talk about the high-wage LMIA at kung bakit yun ang pipiliin mo. So ano nga ba talaga ang LMIA? Once again, ang LMIA is a Labor Market Impact Assessment, which means na yung employer mo, kailangan niya muna mag-exert ng effort para maghanap ng isang Canadian or permanent resident na naaayon or nararapat sa trabaho na yon. Ibig sabihin, kailangan niya munang i-post ang isang job posting sa public at make sure na walang taga-apply na Canadian or PR sa trabaho na yon, kasama ng mga iba pang requirements ng isang employer like their income tax, their certificate of business certificate, health compliance certificate, and all of these stuff. Hindi ko kasi kabisado kasi nga employer ang nagpapa-assess niyan kung pwede ba silang mag-apply ng LMIA. Kapag na-suffice nila all of their requirements and kung wala talagang Canadian or PR na naayon sa job posting na ginawa nila, then a positive LMIA may be given to that certain employer. Pero, ang tanong is, bakit nga ba nare-refuse yung iba? So, first one is employer ineligible, which means na hindi talaga pwede. Hindi ka talaga pwede apply ng LMIA for these type of jobs. So, let's say, meron kasing mga LMIA like those people who work in a adult entertainment industry. Ang alam ko, hindi ka pwede mag-apply ng LMIA dyan. Paki-comment nga below, hindi ko kasi alam kung ano yung mga industries na hindi pwedeng mag-apply ng LMIA. Next is may public policy reason. Public policy reason, of course, these are the mandated policy or law that is being given by the government not to give LMIA. And lastly is yung certain low wage position na cities with high employment rate. So which means na hindi ka pwedeng mag-apply ng low wage LMIA para dun sa mga cities na may high unemployment rate. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng low wage? Which means na ito yung wage na mas mababa o mas mababa doon sa median hourly wage na ibinibigay ng government. Let's say, for example, dito sa Vancouver mismo, ang median salary rate dito is around $34. Kung mas mababa ang salary mo, below or mababa ang salary na ibinibigay sa iyo ng employer or below $34, at kung gusto ng employer na yan na mag-apply ng LMIA para sa iyo, kung $33 lang ibibigay niya sa iyo, at kung may high unemployment rate, yung city kung saan ka nag-a-apply, unfortunately, low wage cannot be processed. And here, we are going to talk about the refusals or the common refusals ground kung bakit nade-deny yung LMIA application. The first one is yung employer non-compliance or banned from hiring temporary foreign workers or TFWs, which means na meron na silang record. Kumbaga may criminal record na sila. Hindi naman criminal yan, syempre. Pero in common term or in layman's term, kumbaga may record na sila sa police. At yun yung record na yun is sa ESDC dito sa Canada. So may record sila na hindi na sila pwede mag-hire ng TFW. Bakit ba nagkaka-record sa bakit nga ba nagkaka-record sa ESDC? Which means na nang abuso sila before. Nang abuso sila ng isang temporary foreign worker. Anong klaseng pang-aabuso? Ito yung mental abuse, physical abuse, psychological abuse, at alam naman natin kung ano yun. Pag physical, syempre, nanakit sila. Mental abuse yung sinisigawan nila ng bonggang-bongga. At kasama na dyan yung psychological abuse. Tapos, financial abuse, yung hindi sinusweldohan ng tama at kung ano-ano pang abuse. And the next common refusal reason is too many low-wage position. Ang dami nyo ng worker dyan na nag-grant ng LMIA. As far as I know, there is only a certain number of employees wherein ESDC can grant you an LMIA. For example, sa 10 empleyado, ng kumpanya na yon, dapat yung isa doon, yun lang yung may low-wage LMIA. Okay? Once again, you always have to consult with an immigration consultant or lawyer for more details about this. Okay? Kung ilan ang pwede. But as far as I know, dapat ganon. Especially pag maliit lang yung kumpanya. Mas maliit ang kumpanya, mas maliit na numbers lang ang mai-approve na LMIA. And low wage, and ito na nga yung sinabi ko kanina, low wage jobs with unemployment rate of less than 6%. 6%. So yun, ito na nga yung mga low wage jobs sa cities with unemployment rate of greater than, not less than, I'm so sorry, greater than 6%. Kung ang ina-apply sa inyo is low wage at may mataas na unemployment sila, which is higher than 6%, unfortunately, low wage cannot be processed. Hindi siya ipaprocess at all. But what does the title say on this video? I have a good news. May best part ang vlog ko ngayon. Kasi, as of January 9 of 2025, ang mga cities kagaya ng Vancouver, kung nasan tayo, Winnipeg, Kingston at iba pa, balik na sa eligible list ng low-wage LMIA processing. So which means na there are employers or these employers can apply again and that open doors for more work permit application. Which means na kung may employer ka na located dito sa Vancouver at willing silang mag-apply ng LMIA para sa'yo, they can already do that because the CMA in Vancouver is 5.9% na lang. So, pwede na. Congrats sa mga naghihintay na mga matagal dyan na sana po bumaba ang unemployment rate ng Vancouver. So, yan na. Okay? So, ang ibig sabihin nga nito, kung may job offer ka to these cities, hindi agad marirefuse o hindi agad magre-refuse ang LMIA mo just because of the unemployment rate as long as you meet the other requirements. Again, hindi ikaw ang chine-check dito, okay? Ang employer mo. The employer needs to comply to the requirements of the ESDC. Okay? So, kung mag-a-apply ka, ito yung mga tips ko. Siguraduhin yung wage threshold is nami-meet pa rin ng rules, which means na, for example, wage threshold, which means na kahit $17, let's say, kasi nung nag-apply ako ng early childhood educator dito sa Vancouver, at that time, wala pa naman yung low wage, high wage eh. Pero, as far as I know, at that time, the minimum wage is only $16.80 when we came here or when my LMIA began to process. Pero, nung ipinasa na yung LMIA application ko officially sa ESDC, kahit na $16.80 lang ang minimum wage dito sa Vancouver or British Columbia, if the wage threshold for your particular job is above the minimum wage, then dapat yun ang ibibigay sa iyo. Yun ang dapat ng sweldo mo. So, instead of me having that $16.80 minimum wage on the contract itself or on the application itself that was sent to ESDC, it was increased to $20 kasi yun yung wage threshold para sa ECE. So, yun ang aalamin nyo or yun ang aalamin ng employer para sa inyo. Kasi yun ang dapat i-comply nila or isunurin nila. Okay? So, double check city unemployment profile change quarterly. Ano ibig sabihin nito? That unemployment rate in Vancouver is 5.9%, right? I've mentioned, starting January 9. Quarterly yan. Ibig sabihin, after 3 months, baka magbago ulit. After 3 months, pwedeng tumaas, pwedeng mas bumaba. Kung tumaas, at pumalo na naman siya sa 6% unemployment rate, then unfortunately, it goes back or Vancouver will go back to high wage. Kumbaga, high wage lang ang ipaprocess nila. So, better act fast. So, let's say may employer ka na ito lang ang hinihintay, then go. Go na. Start processing or start submitting your application or start posting in job bank. Okay? So, yun. Kasi nga, every 3 months nagbabago siya. So, after 3 months or 3 months after the 9th of January, you have to pray again that it will go down again. Otherwise, kung tumaas siya, then unfortunately, hintay ka na naman or back to zero ka na naman. Okay? So, work with trusted employer and immigration consultant. Huwag magpa-scam. Okay? Huwag tayo magpa-scam. Napakadaming scammer na ngayon na nagsasabi na ready LMIA na, magbayad ka ng ganitong halaga. Okay, ipaprocess ko na yung LMIA mo, magbayad ka lang ng ganito. Or ready na yung job offer, nandito na. Kasi lumabas na yung low wage. Huwag maniwala. Huwag magpagalibol, okay? Huwag maniwala sa mabilisang process, okay? Kung too good to be true, then definitely it's not true. Okay? Laging ganyan dapat ang pag-uutak natin or pag-iisip natin. And next is always trust government official website or official source. So, dyan, ilalagay ko yung link sa baba ng official Canada.ca kung saan nila nilabas yung news na yan or yung good news, positive vibes na yan ngayon. Okay? And yeah, thank you sa lahat ng mga nanood nitong video na to at kung umabot ka dito, mag-subscribe ka na. Don't forget to like and share dun sa mga taong gustong magplano o mag-work dito sa Canada or gustong mag-apply ng work permit or LMIA or makapasok dito sa Canada. So as I've mentioned in my previous vlog, always keep on praying, and there are so much opportunities here, basta wag lang maniwala sa scam. Okay? So once again, my name is Za, at lumalakad dyan ang email address ko. Don't forget to share your inspiring stories or questions or any other heartbreaking stories, just like what I read in my previous vlogs. Okay? So, at laging tatandaan, hindi kailangang maraming pera, basta may peace of mind. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.